Let's see how this one works. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Big Baba Rob, and I am a very disgruntled customer. And that guy over there is my shoulder to cry on. He is our senior tech advisor for the Black Geeks. And as much as I'm fighting going to Apple, I think that I have finally found the one thing that may make me convert. The one thing, ladies and gentlemen, that's Darky Conius over there.
Howdy.
So hopefully he stays with us. He's we're testing out some settings, but I want to tell you a story, and I'm not telling you about a story about a man named Jeb. The story that I'm about to tell you is completely and totally true. It has been my life for the last several days, and I wanted to record this, and I'm going to do something different. I'm not just going to sit here and I want to use the B word, but I'm not going to use the B word. I'm not going to sit here and just complain. I'm actually going to offer solutions at the end of this rant.
Ooh, solutions.
Yes, solutions. You know, that's what I like. It's one thing just to sit back and complain about crap, but sometimes you actually have to offer solutions, and I'm about offering solutions. So, Darky Coney, so you ready to get going?
I am more than ready. I am here to support you.
Thank you, my dear brother. So, ladies and gentlemen, picture, if you will, a young geek. Oh, well, I'm sorry. I can't really call myself young.
Just say seasoned geek.
I'm a seasoned geek. I'm a seasoned geek. So I wake up Sunday morning. I grab for my lovely Droid Motorola Droid Turbo Ballistic, and I press the power button to check the time, and the screen blinks, and it just goes off. Me being the tech geek, I know how to do a soft reset. I know how to do a hard reset, and it went straight to the white Motorola M. No matter what I did, it went to the Motorola M. Well, I'm like, well, this is unfortunate. Don't know what's going on. Let me get myself together. I know what time the Verizon store opens. Let me swing by Verizon. This is where things start to fall apart. So I need Verizon Wireless, Best Buy, and Motorola to follow this path of what happened to me. So I went to Verizon. I said, obviously, I've got a problem with my phone. You guys can see in my records, I've been here several times because the phone has been power cycling. I'll use it. I'll put it down. I'll pick it back up. It will be off. It's been doing that to me since February. I've been to Verizon. I've been online with tech support. They had me plug the phone up, do the repair with the wizard. I did all that, completely wiped my phone, and it seemed to be working fine. Then it started cutting off again. Anyway, but I could live with that. I just knew that I had to keep an eye on my phone, which no one should have to live like that, but I did. So, Geekoni, so if you could do me a favor, could you log into the page and monitor any comments?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. And just let me know, if there are any comments, and I'll try to address them. So I went to Verizon. Very nice guy came by. We attempted to do recovery. He was able to get into the boot screen. And then, obviously, once you try recovery, it again went back to the white M. So then we tried to do a factory reset, thereby wiping all my data. Fortunately, most of it was backed up. That was one lesson that I learned from this, and I'll talk about that later, some of my lessons learned. So we tried the factory reset, same thing. So hard reset, soft reset, recovery, and a factory reset. Nothing worked. That's all you can technically do. That's it. It's those things. So he pretty much deemed that the phone was dead. So we went to the back, and he started to work me up to try to get a replacement phone. So here's where the first stupid thing happened. So they said, "Oh, well, you bought your phone at Best Buy." I'm like, "Yeah." Well, we see that you brought the blue ballistic with the blue Kevlar back. I'm like, "Yeah." Well, we have to replace like for like. Well, I don't really care about the color. Give me black, give me white, I don't care as long as it's not pink. I just don't want pink. I'll even take purple. I don't care because I'm gonna put a cover on it. So what do I care what color it is? They said no, that's not our policy. We have to replace like for like, which if I'm the customer and I have a phone that's under factory warranty because I just bought it in January, I should be able to get a phone. I'm thinking, and I was thinking since Verizon is my carrier, I can get it through them. No. All right. Well, you can either call the 800 number or you can try Best Buy. So, well, let me go try Best Buy since they're right around the corner. So I hop on the bike and I head over to Best Buy. So after waiting like 20 minutes in line to help, there was a gentleman was helping an elderly couple set up an iPhone, which I thought was a very interesting thing watching that happen, Kekonius. And so, finally this young lady comes out to help me. So we talk about it. She says, oh yeah, this shouldn't be a problem. You bought it here. We can just exchange it, but we don't have any of the Droid ballistics. I'm like, you don't have any, not black, nothing. Well, no, we don't have any here. Well, could you look in the system and see who has one? Okay, yeah, we found one down the road, and I did go through all the technical stuff. I skipped the whole technical question thing. And so she's like, well, the one down in Upper Marlboro has one. I'm like, okay, well, that's fine. Can you call and make sure? Yes, no problem. You check the inventory. Good. And I did what I did as a customer. I said, can you tell me what do I need to take with me so that I can get my phone replaced? She said, you need your receipt and your warranty. I said, cool, no problem. It's back at the house. So scoot back over to the house, grab some pancakes, grab my my warranty and my receipt, chill out for a little bit, then head down to get it because, at this point, I'm like, well, I really want to get my phone. So I get down there. This is the next Best Buy. So the next Best Buy says, oh, we can't do anything because you don't have a Geek Squad warranty. Well, I said, I just asked the lady at the other one, and she said all I had to do was come down here. Now you're telling me you can't do anything for me? Well, yeah, you see you have the Verizon warranty. Well, you're a Verizon carrier. Why can't I do this here? And I said, okay, just stop for a minute. Verizon says that they can't do anything. Go see Best Buy. Now, Best Buy says, well, you have a Verizon warranty. We can't do anything. What are you scratching?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and your thing's gone again, by the way.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're there's no picture.
It's this Google.
I know.
Not playing nice. Speaking of Google.
Yeah, sorry. All right. So I say, okay, so basically, and they one guy makes a call. I don't even think he was called. I think he called his girlfriend. I don't think he called anybody for real. And I'm not sure. So I'm like, you know what? I am not leaving Best Buy without somebody sending me a phone. So I pulled out my other phone that I have, and I called Verizon 800 number. Went through. Now Verizon has, when you call Verizon for the warranty replacement, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go through the tier 1 tech support, which asks you the basic question and run through everything. So she got on. I said, look, I've been through this. Let me tell you what I've done. Done soft reset, hard reset, and I've done tried recovery and tried factory reset. Nothing works. It just keeps going back to the end. And I whipped it out. At this point, the screen is still on. The screen has now been on for 5 hours. Okay. The screen is not going off. It's still the white M. So she's like, okay, yeah, you definitely, let me give you to our tier 2. I'm like, oh God. So tier 2, and she says, don't worry. I'm going to tell them what's going on. So I get to the tier 2 tech support. I said, look, She says, I know, I got it. There's nothing else. She said, have you done? I said, yes, I know you just got to check. Let's go ahead and do the check. Yes. Okay, yes, there's nothing else we can do. So what we're going to do, Big Baba, is we're going to send you out. We're going to get a new phone sent out to you. It's Sunday. This is what she said to me. Okay, I'm going to start getting upset. I'm just going to warn you right now because this gets frustrating. So she says, we're going to send you out your phone. Give us your address, blah, blah, blah. What we'll do in your email, we are going to, we'll send you out your new phone. It's Sunday, so we can't send it out. We'll send it out Monday. I said, cool, no problem. And they're going to send you a confirmation email so you can track it. I said, great. I said, is there anything else that I need to do? No, you're all set. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. We hang up. Monday comes. I'm looking for the email by like 5 o'clock, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen my email, but I'm just running with all I had to do, and I didn't have time to follow up. So first thing Tuesday morning, I called Verizon, that warranty people. I'm like, hey, I haven't gotten an email or a phone call about my phone. I want to get the tracking number. Hold on a second. And I was like, oh hell, here we go. So, oh, good, you're back with the video. This is very wide. I can see lots of stuff. There you go. So the guy, it says, okay, well, it appears we have a problem. Evidently, since this is a factory warranty, you have to get it from Motorola. I'm like, at no point in time has anyone brought this fact up. Now, if this is all about the fact that I bought a goddamn blue phone,
language.
Look, we're not trying to monetize this right here. Okay, I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I know it hurts. It hurts.
Well, yo, it hurts. It bleeds. All right. So but it gets worse. So check it, right? So they're like, yeah, so you have to go to Motorola's replace. You have to go to Motorola because it's warranty. How is it that in the span of all these people I've talked to, no one has bothered to mention this? How is it that you've now made this decision for me, and no one has tried to contact me to tell me that things have changed and your phone is not in the mail? All right. So now here we are Tuesday. And I'm like, look, I'm talking to the guy like, look, I got to get on a conference call in 1 minute. Can you call me back in 30 minutes and let's finish this up? He's like, no problem. So he calls me back with Motorola on the line. And he's like, well, sir, there's nothing we can do. It's a warranty replacement. You need to talk to Motorola. I'm like, fine. Let me talk to Motorola. So I talked to Motorola. I'm on the phone, and she started to go into well, can you tell me what's wrong with the phone? I'm like, look. And I'm like, okay, let me calm down because she's new to this. Let me tell her what my phone did this. I've done this, and this. I've talked to these people, and everyone has agreed that my phone is dead and I need to replace my phone, right? So she says to me, well, what we're going to do is we're going to have to send you out a new phone. I was like, that's fine. But first, you're going to have to send us your phone. I'm like, oh, hell no. So wait, I'll lose it. I had to apologize to the lady because I really just lost it because I was thoroughly livid and pissed off at this point because I'm like, wait a minute. I have a factory warranty replacement. You're telling me what you're going to have to do. I said, excuse me, let's do the math real quick. And this is what I said to her. And I'm writing these down as we're talking. So you're telling me I have to send you my phone and then you're either going to repair. Now she said repair. I'm like, I don't want it repaired because I've been having this problem with this phone since February, this power cycling. And I'm like, I want a new phone. Well, sir, it's the warranty place, so we can send you a refurbished phone. I said, okay, so wait a minute. So you're telling me I have to send you my phone, you have to evaluate my phone, and then you have to send me the replacement. So if we do the math, if I put the thing in the mail on Tuesday and you get let's do it real calendar. So I still don't have these quote unquote mailing receipts, whatever the hell it is I'm supposed to have. So she says, this is what she said. She said, we're going to send you, not email me. We're going to send you these mailing receipts. So I'm worried that she's actually going to send me mailing receipts in the mail. And so just send me something that I can print off. What year is this? This is the age of email. Why can't you just email me the things and let me post them on and take them to the post office? So I said, if you do the math, I'm sorry, let me get back to the math. So we do the math. If I send it to you on Wednesday, and if I mail it Wednesday, you'll get it maybe Thursday, which means then you'll evaluate it maybe on Friday, which means you maybe make a decision on Monday, drop my phone in the mail on Tuesday, and then maybe by Friday or Monday the following week, I'm going to get a phone. Unacceptable. And that's what I said. I said unacceptable. That doesn't make any sense in the world because it's a factory replacement. And it was just that simple. And so she's like, well, sir, that's the policy. Well, I said, it's a stupid policy. I said, that doesn't even make any sense. I, as a customer, here's my thing about this whole issue. How in the world, Motorola, Samsung, LG, Verizon, how the hell are you all going to compete if you want to even try to compete with Apple, if you have piss poor customer service like that, why am I at fault? My phone, I didn't drop it. I didn't drop it in water. I keep it completely protected. And you're going to tell me that you all cannot create a system by which, if a customer has a factory replacement, that you say you go to the Verizon store or go to the store in which you purchased it, you say, I have these things, this has been diagnosed, I follow all these steps, and they say, yes, you have, your phone is not working, here is a new phone, or keep a stock of refurbished phones, whatever you want to do. But then say, here is a replacement phone, or at least offer me a temporary phone that I can use instead of just saying, oh, you're A out. I'm not going to say it. I'm sorry. You're A out. You know what I mean? You're just A out until we figure out what the hell we want to do. Oh, somebody better be talking about giving me a service credit, because this Jack Bunny is just foolish. So that's where we are now. I have no email from Motorola. I've got no emails, no communications, no phone calls from anybody confirming anything. That a package is on the way to me, a mailing label is on the way to me, something is coming to me so that I can get my phone taken care of. Okay, so I say all that to say, because I am a firm believer that if you are going to complain about something, you need to have a solution. Republicans, Affordable Health Care Act.
Wrong show.
Sorry, wrong show. Did I go too far?
Yeah, just
Go too far.
Continue.
Product placement. Product placement. Okay, so here's the solution.
Just thought I'd break out my original iPhone here.
All right, so to Verizon and to any other retailer that has such an asinine procedure that they can't address customer concern, similar to the way that my compadre over here is pointing out that he can go down the road to his store and say, I have a problem with my phone. Can you either fix it or can we replace it? Here's my thing. You have plenty of retailers out here sitting on inventory. What you need to do, here's the solution. Motorola, LG, Samsung. I'm calling you guys out. This is what you should do. Solution one. You all should offer technician training similar to what automotive manufacturers do, where you have mechanics go and study, and they are certified Motorola technicians, certified LG, Samsung technicians. Verizon should pay to have these people to go and get certified. So what happens is when a customer like me comes in with a phone that's dead or dying or damaged, whatever, you can have your certified technician come over and say, yep, this thing's a piece of crap. It's dead. And they can look at it and say, oh yeah, it's water damage. You did it, so you have to pay the deductible, replace it. Oh yeah, this operating system failed. That's weird. You should have somebody that's certified to say it's dead, and then at that point make a decision. And you should, at bare minimum, what you should do is then say, okay, well, here's a replacement phone. It's a refurbished phone, exactly like yours, same memory and everything. Or you say, hey, here's a brand new phone because your phone has been crap because we see that you have been here and you've called and you tried to, that decision should be made right on the local level. It makes no sense in this day and age of speed, of shipping, of technology, that you're saying, oh, you have to mail me the phone and maybe we'll check it out. No. The local retailers, approved retailers, should have certified technicians on site to do that. And then you all make a decision in-house, and then you all have an agreement with Motorola, LG, Samsung, and then you send the phones back to them or whoever the warranty people. I know the warranty people are different people, and they're not actually like loosely affiliated. I don't know how the heck you guys do it. But the bottom line is the customer service. So that's my first suggestion. And really that was my first and second suggestion, is that the companies, the stores should maintain some level of inventory for customers. And I understand inventory control. Please understand, I've had to deal with parts from inventory. And I know keeping our inventory on the shelf is money lost. I get that. But my thing is, at some point you have to say, we're going to have our customer service going to be such that, even if it's a case like the Apple store where Geekonius. So Geekonius, if you have talk to the people about the Apple experience. If you have an issue similar to mine, and you can't get your resolution at T-Mobile or anything like at T-Mobile, and you go down to the Apple store with the issue, how do they handle it when you come in?
What was the question again? I was so busy on my 2007 original 4 GB iPhone. I was checking my email.
Well, yeah, well, you can also check your email on your nice swanky Apple Watch of yours as well, can't you?
Oh yeah, the Apple Watch. I forgot all about this. This Apple Watch here. But
Yeah.
it's just amazing to me that a 8-year-old phone still works with no problems. It's just
That's not the subject of this show. I know that we're
oh 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 okay.
that's not quite the subject of
We're
this
not we're
show.
not talking about that.
Let me ask the question again. So looking at what happened to me, tell me how a Apple owner would address a system failure. Basically, I consider a system failure. If you had a system failure, tell me about what the Apple experience is.
Well, since I'm a T-Mobile customer, the first thing I would do is either A, call T-Mobile, or B, walk in the store and just tell them I need a new phone. At which point I fully expect for them to just give me a new phone. If that doesn't work, or maybe I could do this as my first option, I would just go to the Apple store. One of the geniuses would probably have an appointment with me, look at the phone, and 9 times out of 10, they would just give me a new phone. If not give me a new phone, depending on if it was out of support or something, they would just say, well, it's going to cost X amount of dollars to repair. But 9 times out of 10, especially if you're within that original year warranty like you were, they would just trade out the phone. And that's it.
That's it.
That's at least been the pattern in my 8-year Apple history. Something goes wrong, I go to the Apple store or my carrier. They take the phone, they give me a new phone. I walk out the store. I doubt I'm in there for more than 30 minutes.
That don't make no cotton picking sense. I mean, and that's exactly
It
what I'm
also works
saying.
that way with MacBooks and other Apple products, for the record.
Right.
Case in point, since we brought up the watch, there are some of us that are Apple developers who are running operating systems that's not out yet. And, for instance, I'm running iOS 9 on my iPhone 6 Plus here. And normally, if you don't like the beta software, you can restore it to the current version that's out without issue. But with the watches, it's interesting that when you install the beta software, you can't remove it. So I'm running Watch OS 2, and some of the first betas was really horrible. It was making the watch unbearable. It's pretty stable now. But what people were doing is if they wanted to reverse the beta, you had to give it back to Apple. Now, we all thought, us developers, this was going to be like a real painful process. And believe it or not, even with the watch, even with these expensive watches, you just go to the Apple store, give them the watch, tell them you're a developer, and you put the operating system on there, you can't get it off, and they'll either A, give you a new watch or ship you a new one in like 3 days. So it's like Apple customer service again. I don't really know what to say. Have a professional background in process improvement. And I listened to this story and I was thinking, how could you, to quote my Six Sigma background, lean out the process? And the reality is, using Apple as a model. And I happen to believe, had you had a Nexus or a Nokia, a Windows, Microsoft phone, I think that you'd be able to walk into the Microsoft store and get a similar experience if you had a Windows phone. And I'm reasonably certain Google would have just sent you out a new Nexus phone, for something like this. I don't know, I'm surprised first and foremost with Verizon because they're the carrier. They're the ones you're paying every month for this service. I happen to believe that for customer service purposes, good process, they should have handled it. No matter what, they should just give you a new phone. But then to throw out that whole, well, you bought it from Best Buy, okay, maybe we can agree with that. But if Best Buy was this special partner with this one particular phone, then Best Buy should have handled it.
Exactly.
And if all goes wrong, because now you already got two people who don't want to handle it, the buck should have stopped at Motorola. This whole idea that we have to send you a label for you to send us the phone, for us to fix it and send it back, that's insane. They should have taken your claim, gave you a ticket number, sent you out a new phone immediately, and then when you got the new phone, it should have came with a receipt package or whatever for you to send the old one back. I mean, I've dealt with this with Microsoft. I went through two bad Xbox Ones. And now in hindsight, I don't even think they were bad. I think it was my internet connection. But either way, Microsoft didn't give me, I mean, we're talking a 500 at the time system. Microsoft sent me a new Xbox right when I got the phone. And when the new Xbox came, it came with a new shipping label. So all I had to do was put the old one in there, stick it on top of the one that the box came in, and send it back to Microsoft. And they just said, look, if we don't get the old one in X amount of time, you're gonna have to pay for it because that means you might have been trying to play some kind of fraud or something. So it's very shocking hearing this account. And I'm not even making this a Apple versus Android situation. It's just shocking the lack of customer service. And to give you that story about colors and stuff, as an Apple customer, this is just a foreign concept to me. I have I guess this is the slate gray iPhone 6. If something went wrong with this and I had to take it back to the Apple store, and for whatever reason they didn't have any more slate gray in the store, they would just say, look, we don't have any more slate gray. You could either wait for us to order you one or come back tomorrow when we have more stock or whatever, or you could take the silver or gold one. And that should be it. I've seen it happen with other members of the Black Geeks who have iPhones where they've gone into the Apple store to get something fixed, and they may not have the same exact iPhone, like they don't have the same memory. And they'll say, look, this is the situation. We want to replace your device, but we don't have an exact match. Would you be willing to take a different version or wait? So they put it back in the customer hand. But
Right.
then there was no outright, oh, we don't have this color, so
But
you're toast.
and I wanna expound on that concept of customer service, because that's the other aspect of this whole scenario. How undertrained the people were. I mean, to me, I kept getting bad information at almost every turn. Um, the guy at the Verizon store, he gave me the best advice and handed me the card. He said, for extended warranty claims, go here. But I don't understand. I understand that the Verizon store is a retailer. This is a Verizon store. This isn't one of those authorized carrier. This is a Verizon store.
Exactly, which is why it should have definitely been dealt with.
Right. You should be able to go, just like you go to the Apple store, you should be able to go to the Verizon store. And granted, please understand, I see the big picture. Apple not only owns the store, but they also own the system and they own the phone. So they have full. Verizon is just a carrier of these different devices. But that's why I said,
let me add though, I have had issues and T-Mobile fixed them. So it's not necessarily because Apple owns the ecosystem. It's the carrier too,
right.
because here's the thing.
Wait. Before you go into that, let me just finish my point real quick. Because I just wanted to stay succinct with what I was pointing. The point I was making is that even the people with the scripts failed me. The people that they said, oh, we're going to be able to do this for you, and then they were wrong. The lady at Best Buy, she was wrong. The guy at the Verizon store, he was the most right, but even he gave me, said, yeah, you should maybe go check with Best Buy. Best Buy couldn't do anything at all. And so that's another thing that kind of goes to the training piece. It's one thing to train people technically in the devices to understand how to troubleshoot things. And I know these are trained individuals. So I'm not saying that they're not. I've been in the stores before. Um, and I know that some of these people are trained to troubleshoot. I've talked to them in depth about technical aspects. So, but I'm just saying that in terms of addressing and troubleshooting issues and finding the right solution for the customer, it's very obvious that between at least the Best Buy and the Verizon situation, that the customer service failed, that they either did not know the policies or did not follow the right procedures, and led me down a path that if I had talked to Motorola on Sunday, I would have saved 2 days and potentially been able to get my phone. If I have express mailed my phone Monday, I could potentially get my phone by Friday. Now there is absolutely no chance of doing that. So customer service was a fail. I have one more point, but go ahead, Geekonius, because this last point is separate. But go ahead and finish what you were saying.
No, I was just saying at the end of the day, it's really up to the carrier to take care of their customers. And the manufacturer or any other partners should be last ditch, I don't know, support. You know what I mean? It just seems to me that a company the size of Verizon should be able to handle this, even if it's not their phone. They should be willing to just say, "Hey, here's a new phone, here's a loaner phone, here's something so that your service isn't interrupted, and we'll figure all that other stuff about getting you a replacement or whatever." If
Right.
nothing else, especially after the runaround. So, I and again, just speaking of carriers, this is another thing that makes me like T-Mobile. T-Mobile doesn't have the same coverage that Verizon has and the same network fidelity as Verizon has. That's true. It's good in the area where I live, but mainly because when I had an issue with T-Mobile, I had a customer service issue, and felt like I was getting a runaround. I just tweeted the CEO, and John Laguerre, he basically responded. He said, "Email me." I emailed him, and someone from his executive office called me and dealt with the situation and told me, if I have any other issues, call them back. And it was just like, there again, we have customer service when you can contact the CEO of the company and get your matters resolved. So again, I think it's more than just a Motorola thing. Um, I think overall it's a customer service thing, and the buck should have stopped with Verizon.
Yeah.
It's just really confusing to me
Yeah.
that they sent you on what's essentially a wild goose chase.
Yeah, it's essentially it was. I mean, and obviously looking back at the story, I wouldn't have. I mean, technically, whichever way I would have gone, I would have been on a wild goose chase because me trying to follow this path of trying to get a phone. Even the guy said at my very first stop, well, you can call the 800 number. Even if I had called the 800 number, there's not even a guarantee I would have gotten the correct information to be able to move forward. And so the Konius's point, I mean, you're right. As the carrier, you kind of bear some level of responsibility, for the service and for the phones, and that's why you guys have got to partner better with it. And I don't know the extent at which you partner with these other people. I don't. I am not an insider. I mean, I'm just looking on the out. I'm on the outside looking in, and I know what happened to me, and it doesn't appear that you're working well together. So I want to make one. I think this is my last point that I mean, I have got Verizon. I've got Verizon Fios. I know the challenges with Verizon. I'm good there. Motorola, I am stunned at what at this process. I really am, and and think of it like this. I have been a Motorola customer probably since I think since '07 when I first bought my first Droid 2. And then I upgraded 2 years later to my Droid 4. I was ecstatic. I really wanted a slider because I like to type. But I said, you know what? They're going to abandon the sliders. I doubt they'll do it again. I'm really looking forward to my Droid Turbo. Then you came out with Metallic a little bit a few months later. No big thing. I could do. I love my Turbo. I love my Turbo Ballistic. But if these are the hoops that I have to jump through as a customer just to get my phone replaced, especially as a factory warranty, again, it'd be one thing if I broke it, if I dropped it, if I cracked the screen, if I dropped it in water. I didn't. I took that phone is in pristine condition. It's got a cover. It's got a screen protector. It's in perfectly good condition. What incentive do I have to come back to you? I mean, if you think about it now, when I'm going to go into a store, I'm going to find out, well, if something happens to my phone, which one is the easiest to replace? And so I now have to make that decision, not by processor speed, not by RAM, not by camera resolution. I now want to make a decision based upon who is better going to support me as a customer, who values my business the most. Is it LG? Is it Samsung? Can I get those replaced in store? And that's now going to be my question. That's never been my question. And the thing is that, granted, I'm one of those people. I do all my research. I look at all the phones. I compare them side by side. That's nothing. Verizon Wireless. Why is it that you don't have more of the advanced things when you want to compare side by side? Oh, here are your camera pixels. Where's processor speed? You know what I'm saying? Where's some of the more technical stuff? I mean, I understand that some people are more concerned about taking damn selfies than they are about, being able to, send stuff quickly. I mean, if you look at even with some of the new technology like Periscope, which I can't do because I don't have a cotton picking phone because y'all can't get your act together. But, it's like now I have to now weigh a whole nother option of saying, well, who can I get replaced? And guess what the answer is? The answer is Apple. The answer is Apple. If I want to look at a phone with speed, longevity, durability, and with pinpoint customer service who can address my technical needs and replace my phone when something happens, the answer is Apple. And that's what you all need to take away from this. And I'm hope that somehow this video gets into your hands where you realize that that's where you all fail. And I don't know if you put that on Verizon, Motorola. Y'all need to pressure Verizon. Whatever you all need to pressure Best Buy. You all need to pressure your retailers to provide better service, because now I have no incentive to go back to Motorola again after my third Motorola. And those other droids, granted, at the 2-year mark, they started struggling and they started having small minor issues, but they got me here. This Joker has really not worked since the first month. And I've talked to multiple people about it. And what incentive do I have? I have, other than wanting the performance and wanting the resolution and wanting the good camera, I now have to weigh those technical aspects right alongside those other things. And so that's why I sit here and complain, but I've given you all a blueprint for success. Now, if you want to give me some stocks in reparation for that, I'll take a stock. If you if you want to send me new technology, I need a new tablet. You can send me a new Motorola tablet. Send me a phone. I'll talk about the phone. I'll talk about the customer service on the show. I'll do podcasts about it. I'll take periscopes with it. And if you guys want to send me one, send it. But I think at this point in time, I've been a loyal customer. I've had other people my mother has a Motorola, has a Mini. My mother has a Mini. My son has a Droid X, a Moto. I'm making money for you because I believe in your product. And now I feel completely disrespected as a customer. And that's what you need to understand. That's why people are flocking over to Apple as well, because they're getting that customer service that you guys are failing on. So
I had to ask a question. With all that being said, do you still have a cell phone at this time?
I do not have a personal cell phone. I am complete without a personal cell phone. I cannot Periscope. I cannot tweet. I have nothing. I have my work cell phone, which as a professional, I don't use for personal use. So I'm not putting any of my apps on there, nothing. That I give it to just my family. I give it to my emergency contacts. I'll be sending it to you, Darth Geconius, so that you can keep in contact with me. But that is my work cell phone. And as a professional, I like to keep my stuff completely separate. So I have a cell phone, but I cannot use it the way that I use
At this time, what's your anticipated when you think you're going to have a phone?
it. Fish if I know. Honestly, because Motorola has not. Let me check my email right now. Do I have a single email from Motorola? No, not a one. So I have no idea what's next. I'm gonna have to call somebody again to figure out what's next. Because I are they sending me labels? I think they're sending me labels. I think they're mailing me mailing labels instead of just emailing me. Because I said, "Are you gonna email them?" Because I gave them my email. So right now I have no anticipated time of return. So what's my next step? My next step is to call Verizon or go to the store and say, because of your screwed up procedure and process, because of a freaking blue phone. I don't know why this blue thing is everywhere. I've heard two people mention the color, three people mention the color to me. The color of my phone has now dictated that that I get this special treatment. So honestly, Geekonius, I have right now. I have just my work phone that, and I have no way to notify my contacts of what's happened. I mean, granted, everything's uploaded into Google, but to send out mass emails to, X many hundred people that, hey guys, I don't have a phone. All the critical people who need to know know. But I mean, I could be getting texts from college friends. I could be, tweets are covered. Periscope's out of the question. You know,
So, are you still paying for your Verizon cell phone plan?
of course, I'm paying for my Verizon cell phone plan, and that will be a
So
phone
you're so
call I'll be
you're
making
so you're paying for service.
that you don't get.
Mm, I think
Mm.
so.
Can you say prorated?
You know, I I'm just gonna make sure my 2007 iPhone is turned off. I like to conserve the battery for those rare moments when I break it out. But just to, honestly, we've gone on this show a lot about Android, Apple, or whatever. I'm not even going to go carrier. I do think T-Mobile is a much more customer-oriented company. They're doing revolutionary things that have shook up the industry just this week. Uh, both Verizon and Sprint have all but indicated they're getting away from the subsidized phone thing, and it's going to follow in T-Mobile's footsteps because they literally displaced Sprint as the number three carrier, and their uncarrier events is just amazing. I would highly recommend, if you still want to remain with Verizon, and my only beef with Verizon is they're expensive. you know, um, I would really consider. I mean, again, it boils down at the end of the day, and this is what I always say with Apple, without all the quote unquote fanboy stuff. It comes down to, as an end user experience. You can say that, yeah, in Android, I can do this special whatever that you can't do in iPhone because the system is locked down. You can't say it's an app thing. Can't say that at all. Um, you can't say, you can say, oh, I have more I have more processing speed or more RAM or whatever. But in every benchmark, Apple handily beats Android devices, often with half the RAM, half the processor speed. Even with photography, with less megapixels, it often beats uh, its contemporaries up until, of course, the new device comes out months after the iPhone has been out. Um, so if you eliminate hardware, if you eliminate software, all you're really left with is the GUI, the graphic user interface. Some people can say I prefer the look of Android versus the look of iOS, but that's all you're really left with, the GUI.
Mm-hmm.
But the service, there's no comparison.
Right.
I've never had an iPhone do what your phone did. And when I say I'm not even just talking about me personally. I'm talking about my entire family. Of course, I manage the tech for my entire family, and that's a hell of a lot of iPhones over the course of 8 years. And we've never had any catastrophic failures and any issues, even down to I don't know how to sync my contacts. You can walk in the Apple store and they'll help you with that. Um, I mean, it's as a personal device to make calls and to do things. I this is the main reason why I converted over to Apple. It just can't be beat with the total package, and when you see the columns when they compare products down to laptops and tablets, you're going to always have, LG's going to have more megapixels in their camera. The Galaxy might take might have more colors in its picture, or the screen might be a little bit bigger. The XPS might have better graphics to play video games. But when you do pound for pound total package, Apple always wins, primarily because it's an old cliche and it's not always as true. But Steve Jobs used to famously say it just works. And and I mean, I today pick up my original iPhone that I bought in the summer of July, or was it? Maybe I think it was August 2007. The original 4 GB iPhone. This was the one that you paid like $700 for before Apple had common sense in September and dropped the price down. And it still works. I can still check email. I can still use it as a Wi-Fi only device, almost like an iPad. And that says a lot about Apple's quality. And again, you're a tech person, just like I'm a tech person. If all of your efforts worked, that's good. They didn't in this case, but you did some advanced, tier 3, tier 4 level uh support on your phone. And you're a techie. So if it had worked, you can walk away and say, okay, I did all this stuff and I got it to work. But what about that end user who doesn't know much other than cut the phone on and do things? They would have, what if they didn't know to sync all their stuff with Google? What if they didn't know all these other features? They would be up the creek without a paddle right now. All their contacts would be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is where Apple scores huge points for me as a person who works in the IT industry over 15 years now. I just, I was literally, while we were on this video, a relative was asking, should they upgrade to Windows 10? And someone made a comment about you should get a Mac. And I started laughing and said, you really should. Even if you buy a used one, because I said all the ones in my house are 2009 to 2011 models. My main computer, of course, is a 2007 Mac Pro, and none of them I've paid more than $400 for used on Craigslist. Several not brand new, but from the original purchaser with the box. And these things work fine, perfectly. I've taken a 2007 MacBook Pro to the Apple store because it was having an issue. They looked at it, checked it out for free. And then when they found the issue, they said, well, we can still fix it, even though it's been out of service, out of support for God knows how many years, but it's going to cost you some odd dollars. And I changed my mind and said, no, I'll just, not use it. But I say all that to say, the whole issue you're having is not about the phone per se. You like the phone when you did have it
Right.
working.
Right.
Um, you've been liking the phone and you like the company, but you're just not getting the customer support. So I think what people need to consider, whether this is a Verizon thing, a Best Buy thing, which to be perfectly honest, I don't trust them as far as I could throw them when it comes to tech support, or whether it's a Motorola thing. You had to consider, is the idea of not being with the big bad Apple that much of a deal breaker when it comes to customer service? To me, the ease of being able to use my device, expect my device to work, and to know that peace of mind that if it doesn't work, I
Mhm.
have a store designed just for my products that I can go to, and there's always someone there that can help me. I think that often is worth a lot in of itself. So whatever your next move is, um, like I told you offline, I highly recommend checking out T-Mobile's Try an iPhone program.
Right.
If nothing else, to have a phone for 2 weeks that's completely different than what you used to, just to
Mhm.
see, is this something I could use? But I don't care what you do. Ultimately, I would be in Verizon tomorrow. Like,
Well, okay.
you will give
So
me a phone today.
so
Okay.
so breaking news. You're hearing it here now first. Evidently, Verizon Wireless support just tweeted me back saying, "We are here to help. What's going on? How can we further assist you?" So I think what I'm going to do in response is send them the link to this video, because everything is in the video, and say, watch this and tell me how you can help me. I think, well, actually, I'm hoping Verizon Wireless support. Who is this? What was your name? Your initials, KB. KB. Hi, KB. KB, you've watched this video. So now I need you to talk to your Verizon people. I need you to talk to Motorola. My phone does not work. It is dead. I took it to you. You've seen, I've said, you've watched this video. You know I've done everything. I need you to get me a phone in the next 24 to 48 hours. You ask me what you need. That's what I need. I need my phone. And
24, I would give them 12 hours personally.
that's fine, because all you have to do.
It's 12 a.m. Eastern time.
That's
You
true.
should have a phone by noon.
Yes,
I
I should
don't I
have.
don't I don't see why you need a whole nother day, or
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I'm being a tad bit too gracious. KB, that's what I need. I need my phone. I need you all to fix this. I need you all to look at your process, realize that I've been a loyal customer since I switched. I left Sprint. I was with Sprint for many years. Oh, KB from Verizon and all you Verizon people, I left Sprint strictly because I wanted a Droid phone. That's the only reason why I left Sprint. I was with Sprint from what, 2000 till 2007, maybe even longer than that. It was the 90s. It was from the 90s to 2007. I was with Sprint. I only left Sprint because I wanted to own a Droid phone, and my first Droid was the R2D2 Droid. I still have it.
I
That was my,
remember that one.
yeah, you remember, I showed it to you. And that's why I left. I left strictly for my Droid phone, and now look where you've left me. So KB, hopefully I'm gonna send you this link once we close out the show. Hopefully you actually have watched this and you reach back out to me. You can DM me if you want to. I obviously don't have a phone, so I won't be checking tweets tonight once I shut down my laptop. But yeah, I'll check them tomorrow. You DM me, hit me back, tell me that I can go to my local store in Maryland, PG County, Maryland. I'm not gonna tell you what city, be incognito, but tell me I can go pick up my phone from the Verizon store. I'm gonna be very specific. I'm gonna be very specific about how you can help me. I need you to fix this for me. And I've done everything that I can as a customer. I've talked to everybody that I could talk to, all the way up to the manufacturer of the phone. I need you, because I am paying you as my service provider. I need you to fix this and have a phone ready for me tomorrow night by 6 p.m. that I can go pick up at my local store in PG County,
Noon.
Maryland. But I'm gonna be at work. I can't pick it up at noon.
So yeah, you still had to go to work without a phone. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm getting angry on your behalf, man. The more I think about it, I would be losing my stuff right now. I would be, oh my God, the things I would be saying to T-Mobile right now.
Dude, but that's
The
what
things I would be tweeting John Laguerre. Right? It would be so ugly. It would just be like, you have lost your freaking mind. And
yeah.
I went thermonuclear on Twitter before.
Yes, you did. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Oh, there's one more thing that I wanted to mention. The my lessons learned. Only I when I transitioned my Droid 4 to my Droid Turbo, I did the whole Verizon cloud thing, and it was a good experience. And the cloud in this new operating system is even better. And that's one thing that I regret, is that because of my and Geekonius knows that I'm paranoid about Big Brother as it is, but my paranoia prevented me from syncing my pictures. I had my everything else synced, but I did not sync my pictures, and I didn't lose a lot because I download them periodically, but I lost probably a month's worth of really good pictures. But that's my fault. That's completely my fault, and I won't make that mistake again. I'll make sure that I get stuff up into the cloud. My fortunately everything else is all my, I think all my text messages are in the cloud. And that's one thing that was freaky about the whole thing. The service person was able to go through and say, "Hey, we see you just synced your phone at 7:04." I'm like, "You can see that?" I mean, I was asleep. Evidently, my phone was scheduled to do an upload.
That's extremely scary to me.
Yo, that's very scary to see. Oh yeah, we can see, and they can see what the phone was doing.
I never heard that Apple stuff is encrypted.
Yeah.
So they can't read it. So
well, but no, but they just saw the process, which is
okay.
Yeah, they just saw that the phone did its scheduled upload. So they don't know what was uploaded. Well, let me rephrase that, because she freaked me out even more and said, "Oh, I see that you're 149 contacts." I'm like, you better get out my what? Man. I'm gonna tell you.
That's interesting.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been my saga. I think we're right about at an hour. Where I'm going to, as soon as we close this out, I'm going to send this to, what was his name again? KB. I'm sending you this link to this video. Maybe you hop through it. Maybe you watch the whole thing.
I doubt KB watches it.
Well, KB, you asked how you can help me. I'm telling you right here, you can help me. I've been very specific. A phone by noon. A phone by noon tomorrow.
What's Verizon's CEO name? Maybe
I don't know.
Let's see if they're willing to take the John Laguerre challenge.
Send them the video. See what happens.
Literally, see if they're willing to beat John Laguerre at his own game, and say, "Oh, we can respond to our customers directly too."
And as always, and I say this in jest, but then at the same time I don't, because as always, the Black Geeks are here to serve the community. If you need the Black Geeks as consultants on how to improve your customer service process, I have a process engineer right there, and you have a process engineer manager right here that confines people of his great brain capacity back into reality of some sort. So, we're great with process and implementation. He's process, I'm implementation. That's how we work.
That's actually an accurate description of our professional careers.
Well, shoot, that's an accurate description of our relationship.
That's also true.
Yeah. So here we go, guys. That's it. I hope that y'all need to share this. We need to get this to Verizon, because you realize what I've done. I have probably stepped up for tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people who've had to deal with the same BS that I put up with. So there's no reason for you not to like and share this video and hopefully get it into the hands of somebody that can make a freaking difference out there and improve the lives for Verizon customers, for Motorola customers, LG, Samsung, all my Droid brothers and sisters out there, like and share this. If you're tired of being a slave to these warranties and to these warranty companies and to these refurbished companies, if you're tired of it and you want better service that can actually compete with the level of Apple and not just run around here, you got to mail your phone. So,
if you don't do it, we're gonna take it as a personal slight that you don't really like us, and we should never trust you again.
And that's probably a very true and accurate statement. Thanks, folks. You can check us out. I'm Big Bubba Rob on Twitter. That guy over there is Darth Geekonius.
Yeah, not dark. Come on.
Dark. Well, your screen is dark, so
yeah, right.
He's Darth Geekonius. Geekinous. No, Geekonius. Konius. Sorry, Geekonius.
Come on, you can get it. You can get it.
I'm sorry, I'm all worked up. I can't even get the Twitter handle out, and we're from the Black Geeks, and that's our tech rant. That's our tech rant for the year. I don't think I got another left in me.
Stand by. Well, the Apple event is next month, so stand by.
On that note, good night. Good night, you fine people. Like us, share us, please. Let's change the world. We can do it.